Have you listened to D Smoke's album?
Yes.
You listened to it before the Grammy thing came out?
Mm-hmm.
Why we didn't review it?
You don't be wanting to listen to nothing.
Yo, welcome to Beers and Bars.
Your place for rapid fire hip hop discussion and of course great beer.
I am Kamal Kiddo.
OT the Golden Child. Thank y'all for checking out our last episode. I forgot exactly what we talked about. I feel like it was a good show though. I feel like I liked the last show.
We talked about Megan Thee Stallion.
We did talk about facts, yeah.
We talked about Gucci and Jeezy. And we talked about Jeezy's album.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did that. Make sure y'all check us out on the most recent Good in the Hood podcast with the homie Juice.
Yes.
So we were guests on that most recent episode. So make sure y'all check it out again. Good in the Hood podcast. Sure. Looked it up on all streaming platforms. All right.
Word.
Yeah, man.
Today we're talking about
two albums.
Yeah, we're talking about two albums. Who are we talking about?
You tripping? JUICYJ, The Hustle Continues.
JUICYJ, The Hustle Continues.
Yeah.
JUICYJ, 36 Mafia, Memphis, North.
North. Yeah.
Dropped a new joint, The Hustle Continues.
Yeah.
And we are listening also to
Statik Selektah.
Statik Selektah, DJ, the DJ, Statik Selektah, and producer.
Yes.
The Balancing Act.
Yes.
Balancing Act. Also, the Grammy nominations recently were released. And in the rap category, the only category worth mentioning, for this show at least,
yeah.
In the rap category, they got, we'll talk about that, the best rap album of the year, according to the Grammys, the nominees.
Yes.
Let's talk about that last.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
What we drinking, man?
So I have decided to, I don't know, I was talking to Jordan and he was like excited about the whole time when I did the gluten-free joint. I'm not doing that right now, but I will be doing that for the first 2 weeks of every month for the foreseeable future, meaning that this is my last beer I can have for the month of November for at least until the 15th of December. So this is Revolution Brewing's Deth by Cherries. Deth by Cherries. This is their Imperial Stout aged with cherries. And I believe this is actually an oatmeal stout, I believe. So this joint is coming in at 12.5%. Deepwood series is something that they do every year around this time where they have their brand of, their barrel-aged stouts, barley wine joints and all that kind of good stuff. So that's what I'm having today, man. Let me crack this joint open, man.
Go ahead. So in honor of the Deepwood series, and in honor of me not coming and getting my pack of beer, I'm also doing a Deepwood series.
You had some remainders from somewhere, my boy.
I don't even know how old this is. I think I got this the last time we met, I believe.
You did.
But I did this a couple of episodes ago on the show. But this is SuperMassive Café Deth. I gotta step it up and get some new joints. But this is the Imperial Stout with coffee. Confront an inescapable singularity of pure, fresh roasted dark matter coffee within an Imperial oatmeal stout aged 18 months in bourbon barrels. Store cold and drink as soon as possible. It is very good. It is. I'm not a coffee drinker, but the roastiness of this joint I do like. This joint is like 10% ABV or something like that, ain't it?
So, look on the can. I believe it's more than that. If that's SuperMassive, it should be 14.
You might be right.
It's definitely not 10. I'll tell you that.
We're doing the show late today, so it's like I'm about to be like.
So yeah, I'm definitely only having one today.
14. You're right. 14% ABV.
And I believe this may be a spruced up version. I don't think this one actually is. I don't think oatmeal. I don't think this was brewed with oatmeal, but yeah.
This is rich. This is rich.
What's funny is that I can speak to that one too because I think I had this. I think I opened up Thanksgiving with that joint, and it is super because I am a coffee guy, right? I think I've said before I do coffee. I'm a nitro cold brew guy, so it kind of reminds me of that rich coffee type mouthfeel to it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that joint is good. This joint is also good, man. This joint is. Throughout you can taste the sweet tartness of the cherries and whatnot through it. So, yeah, man.
What do you normally pair something like this with? Because I feel like I should be pairing this with something. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not to me a summer drink.
No, yeah.
It's released during this time of year. What does this go with?
So not necessarily, but I believe since it is like a roasty type drink, anything that you would do, with you could do like probably some I'm not sure what kind of cookie, but I'm pretty sure you could pair that particular stout with some type of cookie. This joint here, because it's cherries and it's sweet, I think you would kind of want something to kind of throw the sweetness off a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what you could do with it. Because I'm not that good yet. I don't know. I don't have all of my pairings right. We have to get B-Mon or E-Money on his joint. True. You know what I'm saying? Or Afro Beer Chick. Maybe she could throw us some hints on some good pairings. So yeah.
True. What are we talking about, man? What you want to talk about first, man?
Let's talk about Statik Selektah first, man.
Statik Selektah.
We reviewed 2017's 8, actually. It was a project that he put out that year. This joint here, though, The Balancing Act, I really like his vibe. I like how he's able to bring together many different types of artists.
Yeah,
I do like his style of production. What I can say is that for a collaborative project, he typically does a good job and give you some good joints, man. I do like this joint. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. My favorite joint, I'll tell you right now, is the last joint, Immortal. Whoever Bobby Sessions is, I like that kid. I like that kid a lot. I like Soul Custody. I'm a big fan of Evidence. Another joint is my joint. I do like No Substitute with Benny the Butcher.
I agree.
I like Time with Jack Harlow. Time with Jack Harlow on this joint is very dope, man. So for you hippity hip hop rappity rap type dudes, if you're not onto this album yet, you should be. Statik Selektah. Collaborative joint. You got a joint with Black Thought, Nas, and Joey Badass is on here. Conway got a good joint on here. If you're a Dave East fan, Dave East and Method Man got a joint on here. What y'all waiting on, man? Go ahead, come on.
Yeah, I pretty much am gonna mirror exactly what you said. He's got a depth. His style. Yeah, right. Yes. But his style is very laid back, very chill vibe, beats. Nothing real big and boisterous. So it's like straightforward hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Immediately, Black Thought is. Let's clap it up real quick for Black Thought, man. Flowers to Black Thought, man. This man has been murdering his features. He has been murdering his projects, his own personal projects. I always thought that Black Thought was a good rapper, but only as of late have I felt like, hey, man.
God tier right now. To me.
I personally might have to put him in my top. I might have to put him in my top 5, man.
I mean, just from a pure rapping standpoint, for me, he's there for me.
10. I mean, but this man has been murdering features, man.
Yeah.
I mean, my God. I mean, it is reminiscent of when J. Cole was doing his run back in like 2017 or whenever that was. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man is doing a lot of features. He's been doing a lot of features and a lot of his own projects. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Black Thought.
Opens the album.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting to hear Dave East and Method Man on the same song because Dave East played Method Man on the Wu-Tang show. What's up, RZA and all of y'all? What's going on with that show? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Ralph Lauren's Closet with Thurston Howell III and R.I.P. to Sean Price. You know what I'm saying? That
fire.
That's one of my favorite joints. I think Nick Grant on Balance Beam doesn't get enough shine. Nick Grant is good.
He's very good.
Has been good for a while. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we reviewed his one of his.
We reviewed a joint in 2016. Yes.
Yeah. Because I've definitely heard a project of his. And it's like, yo, what's good with Nick Grant? He is good.
Nick Grant.
Why can't, he's good. He needs more features. He needs more. He needs more spotlight on him. He is good. I felt like his verse was a standout. Benny the Butcher had a dope verse. But, I like Jack Harlow. I like the Time joint. This project, the thing about compilations is it's a compilation. You know what I'm saying? So there's not necessarily a string of thought. You know what I'm saying? But it's cohesive in the sense that the beats are all from the same, producer. So, it's kind of a catch-all in the sense that, let me holler at all my homies and hopefully this project sounds good. So there's no, train of thought on the album. This is not what you shouldn't expect that from an album from a producer. I don't think, because unless it's with one artist,
for sure.
But, this is a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts, a lot of MCing going on. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
I do think there's a play. I think there's a play though on the fact that it is a balance. I think that he can pull from different. You can get a 2 Chainz feature at the same time. Who the heck is my favorite joint? Like, who the hell is Bobby Sessions? We don't know. And the cover does have him and looks to be his daughter. So maybe there's a balancing act as well of him within fatherhood and music right now. So check this out, man. Y'all check it out.
Yes, you're right, and I meant to add that also there are the balancing act of all of those things as well as balancing the music. You know what I'm saying? He mentions it in one of the skits where it's like, man, it's cool to have all this mumble rap, quote unquote, Zanzibar rap. You know what I'm saying? But also, man, where's the hip-hop, traditional hip-hop rap as well. And I think you have both of that on this project. Definitely more hip-hop, but there are those that rep like 2 Chainz and things like that are still coming with the ratchet raps, but they're barred up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
But Statik Selektah, the balancing act. Yeah,
man. Let's move on to something that is definitely more so ratchet. JUICYJ. The hustle continues. So story time. I had to drop off. Well, got a new TV. Shout out to my father-in-law. Big Slim on the couch over there. What's up, Steph? Anyhow, I went and our older TV, we gave it to my parents. And as I was leaving their house, I'm like, let me throw this JUICYJ on because I know we was going to review it. Now, let me be completely honest. I didn't plan on listening to this just because I don't know. I just kind of figured what I was going to get from Juicy. Now, I think I told you, come on, like, well, you listen to it and you let me know what you think about it. not that I'm not a fan. All right, I've never not been a fan of 3-6. I liked pretty much any songs that came out. I'm a casual fan. I mean, if they had a single out, I was rocking with it. But I can't act like I'm a big 3-6 fan. So I put this joint on as I was coming home, and the whole time I'm in a whip, I'm just like this here, just like, bruh. North, 808s knocking, snare, that same snare.
Classic snare he used on every song. He used it on every song.
Hi-hats ticking. This is a good album for me. This is a good, juicy project. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's not. I do not like some of the songs towards the end, but Best Group, Goddamn I'm High, Spend It, Pull Up, Killer with Conway. My favorite joint might be 1995 with Logic. Yeah. That's a classic JUICYJ. I'm gonna use a sample that's very bright and whatnot, and I'm gonna give you my Deep South beat, kind of how we got on the Get High joint with Young Buck and the whole Memphis people. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of beat. And to me, I think Juicy's entertaining with what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to win no lyricist award, but for what he does, it's going to keep you entertained and whatnot. So I really like this album. I've listened to it maybe like 2 or 3 times, and it's probably going to continue to get spent, especially if I'm in a car. If I'm in my car, I'm going to probably throw this Juicy on, G. So, yeah.
Yeah, very disrespectful, ratchet music, you know what I'm saying? But he'll tell you himself, that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to be more ratchet than JUICYJ. You know what I'm saying? He going in, and that's what he does. And it's good. It's trunk rattling. It's meant to be heard in a car.
What I need.
Or at the club, you know what I'm saying? It ain't meant to be listened to just chilling, sitting, listening to music. You got to turn up. It makes you want to turn up.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, I don't really have a lot to add, man. He this is what he does. It's
what he does, man.
It's good. Play me some Pippin, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really good. He's really good with sampling and then adding. He's good with sampling, first of all.
Very good.
And when he take the sample, he adds that southern feel to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just banging. And I like to hear that. That is good.
I like that, man. You really only get that to me from like a him or like a Crit. Like him and Crit are good at that southern sample type. You know what I'm saying? They're going to give you that trunk knocking.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So I'm rocking with this joint. And it just made me remember that JUICYJ, man, look, we got to remember, it was a point in the early 2010s to mid 2015s where Juicy was getting his off, G. He was on features with Katy Perry. He was making beats for Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Pull It Up. No, is Pull It Up Juicy? No, what's Juicy? What's JUICYJ?
See, he had
Bands That Make Him Dance. Bands That Make Him Dance. You know what I'm saying?
Bands That Make Him Dance. He
went on a run.
He was on a run after that. He was on a run. That's how he got the Katy Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Katy Perry feature off of Bands That Make Him Dance. You know what I'm saying? And around that time, Bands That Make Him Dance is on a mixtape. And I forget the name of the mixtape, but he had a lot of hits on that mixtape. A Zip and a Double Cup. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of hits on that mixtape. But yeah, man, JUICYJ, man.
JUICYJ, man. One of my favorite verses of all time is JUICYJ on Kings of Crunk. G. I ain't gonna repeat it because I just said it all before. Look at Steph with it, like I wonder what verse he talking about. She gave me this thinking eye. Let's go ahead and finish it out with the Grammy noms for the Rap Album of the Year.
Now
I got some theories. You go ahead.
I'd like to know who's like for me. I only care about as far as the Grammy. No, first of all, let me give a disclaimer, as I always give. But I'm done with the Grammys as far as a metric on rap music. The Grammys is the worst metric of rap music. You know what I'm saying? This year, they almost seem to get it right. But it is 2020, and some of their media I believe some of their usual media darlings have not had an album this year. And that's not to take anything away from the ones that were nominated, but it's 2020, and a lot of artists didn't really get off the way they normally would in a year like this. I'm surprised that Kendrick didn't drop this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised. Like, it's been a while since he dropped the project. It's been a while since other artists have dropped. Like, Drake dropped a project this year, but it was called Demo Tapes. So is it an official album? You know what I'm saying? Like, things like that. And you have some artists, according to Cardi didn't submit WAP. You know what I'm saying? She didn't submit it to even get nominated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there are some artists that may have not even submitted projects. All right. So with that in mind.
Yeah, right. With that in mind. Yeah.
We are still talking about the Grammy nominations because we do want our favorite artists to get nominated and get spotlights. You know what I'm saying? I want Nick Grant to get more spotlight. So I digress. So we got in the best rap album of the year, nominees are Black Habits, D Smoke, Alfredo, Freddie Gibbs, and The Alchemist. I thought I'd never see the day Freddie Gibbs would get nominated for a Grammy, and here we are in 2020. A Written Testimony, Jay Electronica, and Jay-Z, but I'm still surprised that Jay Electronica got nominated for a Grammy. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised. King's Disease, Nas. This is shocking to me. Wow. This is shocking. Royce da 5'9" got nominated for a Grammy, guys. Not for a song, but for Rap Album of the Year for The Allegory.
It's not 2014. I can't dab still. You know what? Forget that. I'm a dad. I don't care. I'm all out of context as far as where I should be doing and what I'm 5 years late. So what?
All right. So we got Black Habits, D Smoke, Alfredo, Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist, A Written Testimony, Jay Electronica, King's Disease, Nas, and The Allegory, Royce da 5'9". The only one I haven't heard, and I'm going to say all the way through because I just started listening to it last night, didn't even know he had dropped the project, was D Smoke, Black Habit. Just going off of what's here right now, I follow Freddie Gibbs on Instagram, so I know that a lot of people, even in the Music Academy, that the people that vote for albums, there were people that voted for Freddie Gibbs. Mm-hmm. And it's a good project, but it's not on my list. You know what I'm saying? It's not on my list. Neither is The Allegory. I hardly remember that album. A lot of people like King's Disease. I actually believe they will give it to Nas. Either Nas or Freddie Gibbs. I think
it's going to Nas for sure. I think it's going to Nas.
I think it might go to Nas.
One of Nas.
I think they feel like, you know what, let's give Nas been in the game for a while. Let's give it to Nas. And I really do believe that they're going to give it to Nas. If they give it to Freddie Gibbs, I would be shocked.
I will be thoroughly shocked. But it's 2020, you know? I mean, nothing makes sense.
I think they will give it to Nas. And people hate on it, but I like A Written Testimony, G.
Me too.
G.
I like A Written Testimony as well. Yeah.
I still listen to it. It's the only project out of this whole list that I return to. You know what I'm saying? I've been listening to Alfredo lately because I'm trying to see what everybody else sees. And I do that a lot. You know what I'm saying? If somebody said, like, this album is hot, You know what I'm saying? I listen to it and say, is this something that I'm missing? You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a good project, but I think that Freddie Gibbs has actually rapped better on other projects. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a good project. But I think that I think Bandana should have got a Grammy. I think Bandana, was Bandana nominated?
Bandana was not nominated, I don't think. Or it might have been. No, it wasn't nominated. Because he would have said something.
It should have been nominated. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's a superior album over Alfredo. You know what I'm saying? But for me, A Written Testimony is the album, just judging off of what I naturally listen to, it's the one album on this list that I return to. Matter of fact, I just listened to it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? King's Disease is a good project.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some songs on there that's like, man, I can do it out. You know what I'm saying? I like Hit Boy, but I think the issue was using all of Hit Boy's beats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can really think of. You know what I'm saying? I think the ending wasn't, that good of an ending. I think he didn't need Saucy. Or what's the name of that joint? Saucy?
I'm not sure.
5EO Foreign.
And ASAP, yeah. I don't know what that was about.
I don't think that should have been. I understand it was probably a bonus track.
I think he should have ended with the track before that.
I definitely think he should have ended with the track before that.
Was
you know what I'm saying? And it would have been like.
It was very triumphant as well. It was like the icing on the cherry on top of the cake, or whatever that term is. Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Nas with ASAP Ferg and 5EO Foreign, man. Come on, man. It's a bonus track for sure, but But for me, it's A Written Testimony, though I do think they'll give it to Nas. Either Nas or whatchamacallit? Freddie Gibbs. But D Smoke is getting a lot of love. I'm surprised he was even nominated. He's been getting a lot of love. He's been getting a lot of shine. So, I don't know.
I like D Smoke's project. I just never really returned to it because I can't get over the Kendrickness in his voice and the way he does. And I don't mean to be disrespectful at all. It's just that it's just very noticeable for me. And it's just like,
I got one point to say about that.
Yeah, even more than I would say like a JID or something like that. But they're both from Cali. They kind of talk the same. They have some of the similar inflections, whatever. I don't want to slight that man. Congratulations on him for getting nominated. I think it definitely will go to King's Disease. First of all, let me say this is the most 2020 thing to really happen. I think that it definitely does speak to the fact that a lot of big artists did not drop albums this year as to how these picks were made. But at the same time, I can see these albums getting picked because this is such a weird year. And I could just see, I don't want to even take it there. Fuck it, whatever. I can just see like the Grammys recognizing the kind of year it is and how they've been kind of shitted on sometimes for not picking hip hop, like for real, true hip hop stuff for the category, and them wanting to make sure they did that of any year this year. Like everybody's trying to be on their best behavior, within their selective. So I don't know. Maybe this is some woke shit. I don't know. Maybe they trying to, right the wrongs of picking Macklemore over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean, though. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. Like the Grammys is not the streets know. You know what I'm saying? The Grammys is not the metric of rap. You know what I'm saying? They might do pop well. They do pop well. You know what I'm saying? But they not the metric for rap music. You know what I'm saying? But you do want your favorite artists to get shine.
But I'm rooting for all these guys. I don't want anything that I just said to take away from the fact that these are the nominees, and this is because these are people who normally that I would probably be picking. Like my top 5, I do have Freddie Gibbs in my top 5 this year. The Allegory probably won't be there, but at that time when it came out, I definitely liked that project. 2020 has been just such a ride. I just don't remember a lot of stuff early in the year. That was like a different year for us almost. Like anything before March was like 2017 for us, with everything we had been through. It's like very weird. Like we liked Eminem album when it came out. I forgot that came out. It's been such a year, G. You know what I'm saying? Yes. We reviewed it at Maplewood.
Wow, we sure did. That was this year?
That was this year. That was early in the year, January, February. Yep. But anyhow.
Also, I was wrong as far as I really thought they would have nominated Mac Miller. You know what I'm saying? And they did not nominate Mac Miller. I'm surprised, actually. But, but
I think it's going to Nas.
Again, man.
I like the Allegory. I'm definitely going to listen. I'm going to listen to a lot these next coming weeks to kind of get ready for our top 5 of the year. But I do think that Nas is going to win. If it's not Nas, I definitely think because of how crazy the year is, Freddie Gibbs could win because
I feel
that would be the most 2020 shit ever.
That would be
the most 2020 thing
ever.
That
would be incredible. I would love for him to win, to be honest with you.
Okay, if Freddie Gibbs wins, Jesus is coming back. I don't care what nobody say. If he win, some stuff is happening this year. We're not paying attention.
Yeah.
The world is just something is turning. So,
like, my God, this man won a Grammy? Whoa. Has and shout out to Alchemist, because Alchemist is on a written testimony too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as D Smoke is concerned, I only heard like the first like 5 songs, and it immediately reminded me just the structure of the you know, it's a concept album.
Yeah.
At least it sounds that way.
It
sounds
is.
like I haven't heard the whole thing, but it reminds me of Good Kid, Mad City. The way it's structured. You know what I'm saying? So far, I haven't heard the whole thing, but
I'm
like, this sounds familiar. You know what I'm saying? This sounds.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to hate, man. I'm just, you know, if we are going to be, you know, what are we analysts?
What if they give it to D Smoke because Macklemore lost? Didn't he? Oh, no. Macklemore won over Good Kid. Wasn't it Good Kid?
That's so funny. Yes. But
hey, what if they gave it to D Smoke because of that, G?
I mean, if we're going to be objective, we're going to be objective analysts. I'm just, you know, just saying it does. He gives me that vibe, you know. So no diss to him. It happens, you know.
It happens. Yeah.
Sometimes you sound like somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's your voice, you know. It's unfortunate. So yeah.
Hey man, yeah, man. Shout out to Shine.
Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gorilla Black. Yeah.
On the real, man.
We're December 1st is tomorrow, so we definitely have to start getting together for top 5. Super Friends, yeah. Super Friends has to start. Actually, we did a little with off camera. We'll talk about that off camera. We gotta.
Yes, we sure did. Yep, we did.
Okay. Yeah.
True that.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna sip this Deth by Cherries, and I'm gonna relax tonight on my last day of.
Bro, I'm definitely feeling it. By the end of the show, I'm normally done, and look how much is in my glass, man.
Yeah, man.
Like
Stout season.
I'm feeling it, man.
Stout season. Yeah. Hopefully it's Stout season. I don't know. I think it is. I don't. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Word, man. BEERZ BARZ.
See y'all next time, man.
Peace.